Assalamu alaikum. The topic that we are going to start is price elasticity. Although there are too many parts of this topic, but we are going to do till here variation in price elasticity of demand along the length of a straight line demand curve and everything before that. So let's start with elasticity. What is elasticity? Elasticity is the percentage change in demand of one product as a result of change in some other economic variable. Why have I said that and why haven't I taken name of any economic variable? Because elasticity is of three types that we are going to study. Number one, price elasticity of demand, income elasticity of demand, cross elasticity of demand. You can see that this exact same definition, instead of some other economic variable, I have written the name of the variable. Percentage change in demand as a result of percentage change in price. For price elasticity of demand, also known as PED. Income elasticity of demand, known as YED, is percentage change in demand as a result of change in income. Percentage change in income. And cross elasticity of demand, also known as XED, is percentage change in quantity demanded of one good as a result of percentage change in price of another product or another good. Now let's look at the formula. PED is percentage change in quantity demanded upon percentage change in price. Percentage change is also determined by delta, so we can write delta D upon delta P. Let's learn it using an example. Assume that the price of a good increases from 12 to 18, and as a result quantity demanded decreases from 200 units per week to 180 units a week. What is the PED of this good equal to? PED can be positive and can be negative. Let's first calculate it and then I will explain to you why it's positive, negative, and what are the ranges of PED. Now, let's put it in the formula. The formula for percentage change is new minus old upon old into 100. Even if we get a negative sign over here, that is okay. So, delta D is new prices 18, old prices 12 upon old is 12 into 100, which gives us 6 upon 12 into 100. This is 50%. Percentage change in this is percentage change in price, not percentage change in quantity. This is percentage change in price. Percentage change in quantity is 180 is new upon old is 200 upon 200 into 100. This is minus 20 upon 200 into 100 gives me 10%, minus 10%. So, PED will be minus 10 upon 50 gives me 1 upon 5 or minus 0.2. The value of PED here is minus 0.2. Minus sign only indicates the direction of PED, which means if price goes up, demand will come down. If price goes down, demand will go up. Negative sign only indicates an inverse relationship. What is the meaning of this value of PED, which is 0.2, and what does this indicate? 0.2 is a number between 0 and 1, which means the demand for this product is inelastic. Why inelastic? It indicates that the percentage change in price is greater and percentage change in quantity demanded is small as compared to percentage change in price. This means greater percentage change in price leads to smaller percentage change in the quantity demanded. This is called inelastic demand. Let's have a look at ranges of values of PED. The values are PED greater than 1. Greater than 1 means the denominator is smaller and numerator is greater. In numerator, what do we have? Percentage change in quantity demanded. If percentage change is greater than percentage change in quantity demanded is greater than percentage change in price, then the demand is elastic in nature. If PED is between 0 and 1, the way we got 0.2, the demand is inelastic in nature because it signifies that percentage change in demand is less than percentage change in price. PED is equal to 1, it's called unitary elasticity. It means that percentage change in price is equal to percentage change in quantity demanded. If price of a product changes by 10%, then the demand for that product also changes by 10%. There is no interpretation of minus sign in ranges of PED because minus sign is only part of relationship, or it signifies relationship. It has nothing to do with the value. PED is 0 means perfectly inelastic, and PED is infinity means perfectly elastic. How do we draw these lines? Let's have a look. There are graphs for PED. So let's have a look. How does the graph of all these PEDs look like? How do the graphs of all these PEDs look like? Number 1, let's say it is PED is greater than 1 means elastic. PED is greater than 1 is elastic. Demand curve is a sloping demand curve which is not very steep. Second one, PED is between 0 and 1. It's a sloping curve, steep sloping curve. Why is that so? Let's have a look. For example, this is the price, initial price of this product, right? This is an elastic curve, so a small change in price leads to a very big change in quantity demanded. You can see that this is a very small movement, but this is a large movement, right? So if this has changed by 1 unit, this must have changed by 2, 2.5, 3 or even 1.5 units, which is greater than percentage change in price. Whereas in this curve which is steep, you will see that if we are talking about this price at present, a greater percentage change in price will lead to a small percentage change in quantity demanded. So this is the demand for these products, or this product is inelastic. Why is this happening? Why is the demand for certain products elastic and certain products inelastic? Products that have close substitutes have elastic demand. Why? If the price of the product rises or increases, consumers can easily shift to other products because close substitutes are available. In these products, goods or services are not necessities, these are wants. However, necessities and addictions have PED which is inelastic. They are price inelastic. No matter how much the price increases, there will be a very small to insignificant change in the quantity demanded. For example, drugs, cigarettes, alcohols and things of necessity. medication as well. Unitary elasticity. Unitary elasticity curve is actually a curve which is asymptomatic to both the axes. It means that it does not touch any axes, and the area under the curve is revenue for the firm, which does not change with changes in prices, because the proportion of change in price and change in quantity is equal to 1. PED is infinity, means perfectly elastic. This is a horizontal line. In this case, demand curve is used to describe demand that a firm faces with perfect substitutes available. Such a firm is so tiny in size compared with the market that it can sell any amount at the going market price. It is as if it is facing a perfectly elastic demand at the market price. Therefore, any amount can be demanded at market price or below it, while nothing will be demanded at a higher price. In contrast, there is another demand curve which is perfectly inelastic, which means PED equals to 0. Why this is perfectly inelastic? Because no matter how much the price changes, quantity demanded will stay the same. Quantity demanded will not change. These products can be addictions, it can be medications, it can be dire necessities as well. So this is perfectly inelastic, and this is perfectly elastic demand curve. Demand curve is a downward sloping curve, we all know this, and elasticity is infinity at this point. It's perfectly elastic. People think that there are perfect substitutes available for it. Midway, PD is 1, which means percentage change in quantity demanded and percentage change in price are both same. Here it becomes perfectly inelastic. In this region it is elastic. The more expensive it is, people will start looking for substitutes, and here it is inelastic because it's a less price product, so people are willing to buy it. It becomes inelastic. Even if the price decreases a little bit more, people will keep buying it, and the quantity will not change as such. It wouldn't even increase as such. So down the straight demand curve, these are the ranges of elasticity. At the top it's perfectly elastic, at the bottom perfectly inelastic. In between, unitary elasticity. Here after the highest price it's elastic, and then after hitting unitary elasticity and between perfectly inelastic, it is inelastic.